check. Check, 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 check.
yourself with a nice warm breakfast hot dog.
There's a ground ball up the left side. Pass, rolling. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Saturday morning from Hendrickson Field here in Enderlin, North Dakota. Our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. Between Northern Cass and the Ball Stars of the Hankinson-Fairmount-Rosholt-Campbell Tintah-Lidgerwood Rosholt Ball Stars here on your live event. It's Northern Cass, the home team, the Ball Stars, the visiting team. The Ball Stars went 1-1 yesterday with a win over Enderlin, then falling against Kindred Richland. While for Northern Cass, coming off just moments ago, a non-region loss, 5-2. Against the Northern Cass Jaguars. It is coming off a 5-2 loss against the Kindred Richland Vikings. I'm Chase Miller. He's Jake Wittrell. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back after this, it's the starting lineups coming up around the corner here on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the IRE Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let IRE Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to ireinsurance.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Top of the first inning, that again does it for a modified IRE Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, go online to IRE Insurance. Go to IREINS.com. Northern Cass and the Ball Stars of the Hankinson-Fairmount-Campbell Tintah-Lidgerwood-Rosholt Ball Stars will come into this contest. First pitch will be slated for 10:56 as going up on the mound here for the Ball Stars. First pitch is going to be underway, and this one will be in there for a strike. As the first pitch here is by Brody Steenblock going up against Carter Westland, and this will be at 10:46. Chase Miller, Jake Watroba with you here as this one's going to be hit on the ground to the second baseman. Remp is there able to glove it, and in time as sliding in will be Westland, and you hope that he's going to be all right on the play. And he looks to be all right as he kind of went barrel rolled, if you will. That'll be 4-3 on the putout. So one down here quickly in the top of the first inning as Chris Hoyland will step up here against Brody Steenblock. Jake, a little bit interesting. Northern Cass kind of gets, if you will, a quote-unquote warm-up game. That game did count, but not in a region game. Well, the Ball Stars here will get their first game today, so we'll see if it helps get the juices flowing a little bit for the Jags.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about like a warm-up game almost for the Jags, while the Ball Stars come in here a little bit cold. So we'll see if that actually might play to the advantage of Northern Cass, even though they lost. A tough ball game. It's gotten definitely colder here since the first pitch of that Northern Cass Kindred Richland game. So we'll see how that all plays out here as this game unfolds.
It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike now here to Hoyland, to the freshman third baseman. This one in there for a strike at 2-2. So Westland, Hoyland, Neva, Trey Hussar, Waits, and Hill, Clement, Metzger, Osi on the way here for Northern Cass as Brody Steenblock, the righty, breaking ball to the backstop at 3-2. For the Ball Stars, Larson in left, Dunn in center. Aker in right hit a grand slam yesterday to left field here for the Ball Stars. Peterson at first with Remp at second, Baldwin at short, and Fredrickson at third. 3-2 pitch is hit high in the air. This will be into the second baseman, Remp, who plays a little bit of the wind to retire the side on the pop out there. Stenson behind the plate, part of that battery ram here for the Ball Stars against Northern Cass on our Bank North scoreboard. So Brody Steenblock going up against Matthew Metzger in terms of the pitching prowess here in this one, and Northern Cass will look to pick up a region win, and the same for the Ball Stars here. This one's going to be lined to straightaway center field, and the center fielder comes in and makes a shoestring catch. Neva, one pitch, and that'll be one out here in the top of the first inning. 3 up, 3 down here for Steenblock as we go to the bottom of the first. It's the Ball Stars coming to the plate.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year. Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Chase Miller, Jake Watroba with you here on YourLiveEvent.com. As it's our second of 6 games here today on YourLiveEvent.com. As after the conclusion of this game, we'll get to Enderlin and Kindred Richland, and then the Oaks Tornadoes against the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin, Kindred Richland slated for 1. Oaks against Enderlin at 3. Central Cass will finish things off at 5 and 7 o'clock against the Ball Stars and then against Oaks. So this contest here, Matthew Metzger will be on the mound for Northern Cass, and this one will be a strike to Adam Baldwin. Adam Baldwin, the senior shortstop here for the Ball Stars today. Jarrett Fredrickson batting second, then Larson third. This one in there for a strike by Metzger, finding the zone. Chase Stenson, the catcher, batting fourth with Brody Steenblock fifth, and Travis Peterson is sixth. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Rep is batting seventh. Hunter Dunn is eighth, and Channing Aker is batting ninth here for the Ball Stars. 1-2 pitch. That one will miss for a breaking ball out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. This one's going to be foul, and we'll do it all over again. And the 6th pitch of the at-bat upcoming here with Metzger against Baldwin. Clement in left, Westland in center, Wadeson in right. As Metzger fires, this one going to be a line drive into short left field, so Clement will come on and play it. And a good looking at bat there for Adam Baldwin to get on with a leadoff single here, Jake.
Yeah, good plate appearance from Baldwin. Metzger really throwing gas there to open up this ball game, mixing up that fastball with that breaking pitch, and was able to take that pitch down and away and pull it into left field.
I like what Metzger is kind of doing, just, grabbing the ball, getting right in the zone, finding a way to attack these batters here as Jarrett Fredrickson, the senior third baseman, will come up to the plate. And the Ball Stars, well, they did something they were unable to do against Kindred Richland yesterday, and that's get a man on board. Against Kindred Richland in their last game, Owen Hoyme went 5 innings, 13 strikeouts, no walks, and no hits. But then against the Enderlin Eagles, they were able to have 13 runs across. So really a different 180-degree style of what we saw yesterday. As the runner Baldwin's going to go to second. He was off on the pitch. Hill was trying to make the exchange from the glove to the throwing hand and then dropped it. So Baldwin in with a stolen base.
Yeah, good jump there by Baldwin to read that situation and take second base.
So 0-1 is the count here. They try to keep the runner close to second as Metzger looks back, and the pitch to Hill at the catcher spot. And Fredrickson will just hit a soft line drive to the second baseman OC here, and that'll be one down now in the bottom of the first inning. So one down here, scoreless, 3 up, 3 down for Steenblock against Northern Cass in the first, and now here in the bottom of the first, the Ball Stars trying to get the first run of the game as Larson, the sophomore left fielder, steps up to the plate. This one going to be foul tipped. 0-1. That foul tip's going to sting a little bit more than on a summer's day or 60, 70 degree day.
Yeah, it's definitely chilly down here in Enderlin. One thing to look or to pay attention to here during this at bat, Baldwin was looking to take off there on that pitch, and if it wasn't for the foul tip, I think he might have had third base.
47 degrees, overcast skies, wind at 15 miles an hour right now here in Enderlin. Been technically a little warmer, but as the day has gone on, the wind has picked up a little bit, so it makes it feel a little more raw outside as there's the pickoff throw. Larson, the sophomore left fielder here for the Ball Stars. And Brendan. The pitch swung on and missed, and that'll be a strike now, 0-2. So again, Larson here batting third for the Ball Stars, then Stenson due up next. Runner at second base is Baldwin. And the pitch, this will miss outside as Metzger now fall behind the count 1-2. Northern Cass coming up short, 5-2 against Kindred Richland, thanks in part to a complete game for Tate Miller from the Vikings. Kept those Jaguar bats a little bit off balance, and that'll be a strikeout here for Metzger, and punch out number 1 here and out number 2. Northern Cass stayed in Lisbon last night, Jake, not too far here from Enderlin after playing late last night against Fargo Oak Grove. By the time that game wrapped up, it was around 10:45 or so. So instead of just quickly going back to the Hunter Arthur area, said let's just kind of stay in, able to have some food, wake up in the morning, get ready for some baseball, and then kind of hightail it out of here roughly by 1 o'clock and enjoy the weekend. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike at 0-1.
Well, I'm sure these players too probably didn't want to get up at the break of dawn,
No.
leaving Hunter to get down here. Probably much easier to stay in Lisbon, make the 20-minute drive up the road here.
Stenson behind the count, 0-1. This one fouled. Back now will be 0-2. It's the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll have 4 more games for you here on Your Live Event before we bid adieu here from Hendrickson Field. As Stenson behind the count, Metzger, strike 3, looking to retire the side. So a leadoff single and a stolen base by Baldwin goes awry. 4 batters up, but nobody on. It's 1 complete here on our Bank North scoreboard. Scoreless with the Jags coming to the plate.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Enderlin Insurance Agency welcomes all the players, coaches, and fans to the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. At Enderlin Insurance Agency, they're here to help you protect what you've worked hard to earn. Whether it's your home, vehicle, business, or a combination of all these, they have you covered. Enderlin Insurance Agency is committed to a high standard of excellence in all that they do and to establish a firm relationship of mutual trust and service with each of their clients. Give Deb, Luba, or Adam a call today at 437-2444.
Chase Miller, Jake Quattroba with you here in Enderlin. Major League Baseball today, the Minnesota Twins, winners of, 4 of their last 5, going up against the Kansas City Royals, 5 games in front or above 500. Pitching is Bailey Ober going up against Keller. That game slated to go at 1:10 later this afternoon from Target Field after yesterday's game was on and off again a little bit because of the weather. Fortunate here in Enderlin from what the original forecast looked like earlier in the week. Today didn't really look like it was going to be playable at all, but getting some games in, allowing these teams to get region counters in moving forward, and that's the name of the game right now as Trey Hussar will keep up with Carter Wadeson and Jackson Hill. Here are the 4, 5, and 6 batters against the Ball Stars in Steenblock. 1 inning of work and made quick work of the Jags in the first. The pitch in there for a strike now, 0-1. Third game of the season for the Ball Stars, the 6 for the Jaguars here. Northern Cass looking to get to 4-2. For the Ball Stars looking to get to 2-1 on this season. This will miss outside for a ball, now 1-1. Huzar 0 for 1 earlier today in a pinch hitting role here for Northern Cass. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That'll miss at 2-1. So Steenblock was able to get a grounder, a pop-out, and a fly-out. He did everything but the strikeout in the first inning. 2-1. That'll miss outside for a ball. Now 3-1. On our bingo card, we've seen a little bit in the first game. We'll see how that continues to fill up today. Kind of mentioned yesterday. Nearly got the blackout. 3-1. That'll miss for a ball, and it's a 5-pitch walk. Carter Wadeson comes up to the plate, the sophomore right fielder, able to come on in a pinch hitting role in their game against Kindred Ridgeland, as Wadeson went 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 7th inning in their loss to the Vikings. As Wadeson, the sophomore right fielder, will step up with a runner at first base with Trey Huzar. So Huzar will take his lead here for Northern Cass, and we'll see if he'll be on the run with the play here from Sam Johnson as Peterson holds the runner at first base. Steenblock, there goes the runner, and this one's not going to be in time as Huzar was there before the throw was even down from Stenson to Baldwin. So Huzar with a stolen base, and there's the small ball as we talked a lot about in game number 1, Jake, just with a little bit of the weather and the elements today here in Enderlin. That might be the name of the game for all 6 contests that we have.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if our viewers can notice this off the camera here, but a strong wind coming in from right field. You saw Steenblock's hood on his sweatshirt that he's wearing underneath his jersey flew up into the back of his head right there. So that's definitely something to pay attention to on fly balls to right field.
I'm just glad it's not coming in from left field like last year.
That was a little brutal.
Selfishly for us in the press box here at Henderson Field. 1 ball, 1 strike. There goes the runner going second to third. Huzar, does he have another stolen base? He does. Takes second, takes third in a matter of 3 pitches. And Trey Huzar with back-to-back steals here allows now Northern Cass to really have a chance to do some damage here with a 1-2 count coming up to Carter Wadeson. So sophomore right fielder will be battling the count. Down 1-2. Steenblock with the pitch. Just misses. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes as Jackson Hill, the senior catcher, due up next. Huzar right now at third base takes his lead. Fredrickson even with the bag at third and the 2-2. This one will run up and hit the man, so that'll be a hit batter. So a walk and a hit batter has allowed Northern Cass to have runners at the corners here in the top of the 2nd inning. As Jackson Hill, the senior catcher, will come on. He might have the defensive play of the Jamboree so far with the catch and right and then throwing out the runner against Central Cass yesterday at home. The runner going from first to second. This one we'll see what's going to happen with Steenblock. The runner Huzar going in to score. And right now in a little bit of a pickle is Wadeson. Wadeson trying to get out of the pickle here as the Ball Stars will come across, trying to apply the tag, and they will apply the tag. But coming in to score will be Trey Huzar here. That's just one of those where you put the pitcher in a bind. Do you eat it? Because he was going before Steenblock was even into his stretch motion. So do you allow the run to score, or do you just say, hey, take the 90 feet? And what Steenblock said, well, we'll take the out, but the run does come across here for Northern Cass, Jake.
Yeah, I think playing Little League growing up, I think kids are taught to take the out or trade the run in for the out right there, and it looks like that's what the Ball Stars ultimately decided to go with.
And Jackson Hill will be a hit by pitch here, so 3 via the free variety with a walk and a couple of hit by batters. It's 1-0 right now in favor of Northern Cass as the Jags will come out with a courtesy runner as they will come out here with Parker Anderson to be at first base. So that'll come on, and 1-0 in favor of Northern Cass here on our Bank North scoreboard as Huzar kind of did it in his own way. They're getting a couple stolen bases and then able to come in there and take home. There's the pick play. Not going to be in time. And Sam Clement, the sophomore left fielder, will be coming up as Anderson again back at first base. That was one that we didn't see yesterday, that kind of play on a running play here. And so add that to things that we've seen here in Enderlin. And for right now, they will take the run. This one will one-hop the catcher. Stenson does a good job keeping that one in front of him, but would not be surprised at all if Anderson finds his way to second base sooner rather than later here, potentially with a stolen base variety. Pressure on the base pass here as a healthy lead for Anderson, and he's almost picked off. Badadir says he got back in safely. They do call a time at 1-0. As, again, Anderson had 1, 2, 3, and even kind of got that fourth little stretch in there, Jake. And he had a really big lead. This time takes about the same lead here. Stays put at first. Swung on and missed, and that will be 1-1.
Yeah, it looks like Northern Cass wants to get things moving on the base pass. You talk about taking that second, third, even fourth lead step there on first base. We've already seen 2 stolen bases from them so far this inning, and looks like they might try to add on some more.
This one going to be hit on the ground. Can it be a CNI single? Baldwin able to glove it. Fires across the diamond. What a play by the senior Baldwin. Really nice play in deep short right there to get the second out. Anderson will take second, but that'll be 6-3 on the putout. Well, that helps when you get defensive plays like that behind you from a pitcher. I wasn't sure if Baldwin was going to be able to get Clement hard charging up the first base line there, Jake, but that was a really good-looking play considering Frederickson, the third baseman, kind of came in front of Baldwin too.
Yeah, solid throw by Baldwin deep in the hole there to gun down the runner.
As right now, Northern Cass with a runner in so far, with a runner on and 2 outs. The pitch will miss up for a ball. That's 1-0. They haven't had a hit yet, but they've scored here in this contest. 3 up, 3 down in the first. A walk with 2 stolen bases by Huzar to get himself to third. Then that play again with Waitson, who was caught stealing but allowed Huzar to come in to score. Hill with a hit-by pitch, a grounder with Clement, and now Metzger and the count 2-0. Steenblock working to the number 8 batter, looking for it. Really paying a lot of attention here as Remp came across at second base trying to apply the tag here with the Anderson at second. On the mound is Steenblock here for the 2-0 offering again to Metzger. This one will miss out of the zone at 3-0. For the Ball Stars, they will bring up their 5, 6, and 7 batters. Brody Steenblock to lead it off in the bottom of the second once we get there. 3-0 count on the way to Metzger. That one in there for a strike at 3-1. So counterpart going up against counterpart here. Metzger has a little more zip on the baseball from what we've seen. Him and Neva, a couple of hard-throwing pitchers here for Northern Cass. OC did a phenomenal job yesterday. This one will miss. 5-pitch walk on the way, and so far it's been all the free pass variety here in the second inning. As now Jacob OC will step up to the plate. We saw him execute a perfect suicide squeeze against Central Cass yesterday. Stars at first and second here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. OC looking to put one in play, and he does. This one will go right to Baldwin at short. Goes the short way to second. This one will be off the glove of Remp, and that will be the runners to allow to get on. So it'll be an error on the play, and now the bases are loaded here of Jags.
Yeah, it's almost like a tale of 2 games here for Northern Cass. They weren't afforded many opportunities on the base pass against Kindred. And now here we are in the second inning. They've already scored a run. They got the bases juiced here with 2 outs in the top of the second with the chance to tack on a little bit more.
So that'll be an error on the second baseman with Remp, just unable to glove that one fluidly. And this hit him. It came in and hit Westland as they'll call time and they'll allow the runner to take first. And that'll be another free pass here in the inning. So that second run, that's going to be the 5th walk or the hit batter. Coming in to score is going to be Anderson. Metzger takes third and OC takes second. So 2-0 now in favor of Northern Cass after the hit by pitch. And this one was going to be blocked in the back on the way by Stenson. So Anderson comes in to score after the hit by pitch again on the way with Westland. Technically goes as a run batted in.
Big lead at second base.
This one going to be fouled, and you mentioned it, Jake. Let's talk about that secondary lead, right? That makes a single easily scoring 2 runs with that lead that we have right now by the runner at second and OC.
OC was practically standing in front of the shortstop there when that pitch was thrown, so he had to go about 135 feet to home plate there at that point.
And the Ball Stars coach, Tim Larson, probably saw what you said and said, hey, let's come out here. And we might actually have a new pitcher coming on now, potentially, with Brody Steenblock, as the Ball Stars will be coming on. And there's a little bit of moisture making its way onto the field now at Henderson Field, as we have just a little bit of rain, as the clouds actually start to look a little bit lighter here. So we'll see where the Ball Stars go, and they will. We'll have a pitching change. We'll let you know some of the defensive changes after this here on your live event.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings! It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Chase Miller, Jake Wetruba with you here on yourliveevent.com. Here as we're in the top of the second inning with a pitching change, as Hunter Dunn will come on here. Dunn, the sophomore for Coach Larson and the Ball Stars. He will go from center field to pitcher, and the pitcher and Brody Steenblock will go to center. He's on the hook for all 3 runners right now for Northern Cass. He goes an inning and 2/3, no hits, 2 runs, and so far 5 walks with 0 strikeouts against him. So the walks and the Ks are done. It's just a matter of what will be allowed with the runs, as Hunter Dunn will take the mound here going up against Chris Hoyland for Northern Cass. Second time through the lineup and the 8th batter, Jake, to the plate. And right now Northern Cass being very patient, understanding, hey, if you're not going to throw it through the zone, why are we going to chase anything, right?
Right. It's a smart approach by Northern Cass. If you're head coach Tim Larson for the Ball Stars, you're just hoping that Dunn can find the strike zone and consistently throw strikes.
Oh, there is a strike right there by Mr. Dunn.
I didn't jinx him.
0-1. Hoyland with a pop-up his last time up, worked the count full at 3-2. Bases full of Jags again. Metzger at third. This one going to be hit on the ground up the first baseline. Foul now 0-2. OC at second and Westland at first. And OC, as he did prior with Steenblock on the mound, taking a really good, healthy secondary lead at second base. Hoyland falling behind the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way here by Dunn. Will miss out of the zone now at 1-2. After the conclusion of this game, we will get to game number 3 today here in Enderlin, as the hometown Eagles go up against the Kindred Richland Vikings. That is scheduled for a 1 o'clock start. And the pitch. This one, breaking ball missing in the dirt, now 2-2. Interesting point of the game, right? You put one in the outfield, you can really open it up like a merry-go-round here on the base pass. If you get a strikeout here for Dunn, you keep the damage here to 2. 2-2, that'll miss, and that'll be a 4 pitch, and that'll be a ball here, and that's going to be the 6th free pass of the second inning. And Keegan Neva will step up to the plate. That run will be charged to Steenblock.
Number 2, Keegan Neva.
And there is someone here that you do not want to see with bases loaded for Northern Cass. It is Keegan Neva, the senior. One comes in the zone, he can make you pay, but this one is popped up the first base line, a chance for the first baseman, and that'll be out of play as it goes behind and around the press box here, but Neva falls behind the count at 0-1. So take full advantage of the walks, 6 of them 3 runs across so far. This one going to be hit on the ground up the third base line. And then Frederickson will just take it 3 unassisted to retire the side. 9 batters to the plate here for Northern Cass. They scored 3 runs. There were no hits, 3 runners left on base. And there was 1 error as well. As we played an inning and a half here on our Bank North scoreboard, Northern Cass up by 3.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
As we dive into our little bag of goodies here in the press box to keep us through the day here on your liveevent.com. I'm a Chex Mix guy. Are you like a Reese's peanut butter or anything of that nature, Jake?
Anything that's sugary, I'm ball game. I'm all in.
I'm aboard, and find a way, maybe something to keep you warm on a day like today. Maybe some hot chocolate. Find out probably the concession stand with Calvin Kraft with a hot dog, or possibly even a little bit in between to see what we have a little bit later on.
Sounds like the PA. They got breakfast hot dogs, breakfast pizza.
Looking forward to it.
They probably have some breakfast hot cocoa.
Looking forward to it. All right, so coming up here for Metzger, we'll go through the 5, 6, 7 batters. This one swung on and missed by Brody Steenblock. The sophomore now in center field after he gets changed out with Hunter Dunn, who's now the pitcher. And the 0-1 offering. That'll miss low for a ball. Now 1-0. Northern Cass with 3 runs again in the second, with 6 walks and an error for the Ball Stars. Against Northern Cass at the plate. This one, 1-1 pitch in there for a strike at 1-2. Earlier today, Kindred Richland with a 5-2 win. Tate Miller with the complete game, giving up 2 hits for Kindred Richland in that 5-2 win on the mound for the Vikings. And as we've seen so far through a game and getting closer to a half, Jake, we've seen the ability. You don't need to throw that, fastball by any means. If you can locate an off-speed pitch, locate a fastball that maybe doesn't have as much zip to it compared to other guys, maybe mix up a little slider or changeup, you can be very efficient, obviously, at the high school level.
Yeah, I would say at this level, it's all about just being able to throw strikes.
3-2 pitch, strike 3. And speaking of strikes, it's the 3rd straight strikeout for Metzger, and back-to-back via looking.
Yeah, great pitcher by Metzger. I mean, he's been throwing gas today, and he's also been able to mix in that breaking ball, which has been pretty effective. And when you're throwing as hard as he is, and then you can drop old Uncle Charlie on somebody there, keeps hitters off balance.
Travis Peterson, the sophomore first baseman, will step up now here for the Ball Stars. The pitch on the way. This one is popped up, and look out the concession stand up the left field line, and that'll be foul at 0-1. Again, welcome to the upper Midwest where you're playing spring sports with snowpack still in play in some different capacities, Jake.
It's almost reminiscent of a Major League Baseball stadium where they have a tarp. Instead of a tarp, you have a snow mound there down the third baseline.
This one will be for a ball at 1-1. We saw that those snow packs get involved a little bit yesterday, too, for some foul balls, or the ground rule double again in left center field. Here's the pitch. This one is foul back, and it'll be 1-2.
I can say I'd probably rather run full speed into a bank of snow than, I guess, into the fence, though.
Yeah, a little padding, if you will.
If you're giving me the choice.
Here's the 1-2 offering for Metzger. Breaking ball just missed, now 2-2. Batted air in the infield for the umpire with Chris Larson calling balls and strikes. 2-2 pitch, missing low, now 3-2. So back-to-back Ball-Star batters here to start the second inning to work the count full against Metzger. Metzger with the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and a 4th straight strikeout here for Northern Cass.
Good pitch there by Metzger. Just reached back and just overpowered the hitter there.
Taking a look at Northern Cass in terms of what they've been able to do pitching. OC went a complete game, 6 strikeouts, 8 hits against the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Then Neva picked up a complete game, win against Central Cass, going 7 innings, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks against them. And then take a look at the last game. It was a complete game by Parker Anderson, even though he picked up the loss here. 6 innings, 6 hits, a couple of runs against him, 5, but he picks up the win. So the starters have gone the distance so far here for the Jags, and that is awfully large in any particular sport, but particularly high school, where sometimes you don't have the velocity or maybe the arms, depending on the year, with what your rotation and what your roster looks like, Jake.
Oh, 100%. And if you're Sam Johnson, too, you got to worry about pitch counts and all that stuff, too. And if you only got to use 1 pitcher a game, it's awfully nice.
Strikes out the side. Here does Metzger. That's punch-out number 5, and 5 straight recorded via the strikeout here for Northern Cass. 2 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. It's the Jags up by 3 coming to the plate.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the IRE Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let IRE Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to ireinsurance.com.
Northern Cass and the Ball Stars here of Hankinson-Fairmount-Campbell, Tintah-Lidgerwood, Rosholt, or kind of the Hankinson tri-state, not Weimar-Lidgerwood, just Lidgerwood. So, again, baseball a little bit different when it comes to the veracity of what you're going to have for spring sports season compared to maybe what we had from different times throughout the year. But the nice thing is, it hopefully only will get warmer as we get to the month of May, Jake, and then once you finally get to mine it in June for some state baseball.
So if it doesn't get warmer next week, do we count that as the announcer's jinx?
I hope not.
Can you jinx the weather?
I hope not, because I will say this. Taking a look on Monday, Tuesday, this day did not look like we were going to get the game in at all, or multiple games in terms of weather. So far, we've had a little miss, but nothing that has been unplayable this morning. Contest that started at 10:56, a little bit over a half hour old so far, as Northern Cass will send Huzard to the lineup here. Trey with a walk, then was able to steal second, able to steal third, and then able to come home as well on that little run play, as he will work ahead in the count 1-0. Sophomore first baseman with Hunter Dunn on the mound. This one is smashed, a 2-hopper right to Remp at second base for 3 on the putout. Last game went an hour 31, and again, 2 guys able to, complete the game with Tate Miller and Parker Anderson. Metzger will try to do that so far, what he's done on the mound here for Northern Cass. Hunter Dunn in relief of Brody Steenblock here after he went an inning in 2/3, now playing in center field for the Ball Stars. As Dunn looks in, good looking fastball there, had some zip to it, probably is one of the better fastballs that we've seen in relief so far very early.
Yeah, good pitch from Dunn here, and since he's come on in relief, he's been very effective, getting out of that bases loaded jam in the top of the second inning.
1 ball, 1 strike now to Waitson, who was hit by a pitch in the second. The name of the game so far has been the walk. 6 walks for Northern Cass, and what they've been able to have the free passes. They have yet to have a hit today, but they have 3 runs on the board thanks to an error, handful of walks, and a couple of hit batters.
Yeah, and if you're Hunter Dunn, all you can hope for at this point is just to keep him off the scoreboard, keep it a 3-run ball game, and hope your hitters can scratch together a couple of runs.
Nice looking breaking ball, 2 on the outer part of the zone. 1-2 pitch Well, able to pull the string on that one, and strike three looking with weights and 2 up and 2 down here as Jackson Hill, the senior catcher, will step up to the plate. Again, switching speed, switching elevation, that's what pitching is all about. Yeah, it's nice to throw 100 miles an hour or 90, 80, 70 in high school, but if you can just locate 2 really good pitches, you can be an effective pitcher at the high school level.
You just got to do your best Greg Maddux impression.
I like it. I like that. Greg Maddux. Speaking of a guy who had a great career in the major leagues, this one going to miss for a ball, now 3-0.
Lived on the corners, lived on the edges of the strike zone. Didn't have the most overpowering stuff.
Yeah, some batters would say the strike zone really widened when Greg Maddux was on the mound because the umpires were giving him, because where the catcher sat, that's where the ball came. So the umpire, the batters would say gave you the benefit of the doubt moving forward. But Maddux, again, that's just the definition of pitching. 3-0 to Hill here for Dunn. See if he can come back or give a 4-pitch walk. It's a strike, now 3-1. Sam Clement is due up next for Northern Cass if Jackson Hill can find a way to get to first base. Dunn with the pitch. 3-1, swung on and missed, now 3-2. So Dunn able to come back with back-to-back strikes. Got one called and one swung on and miss. 3-2 pitch on the way here for Dunn. This one will come in and hit him right between the numbers. And that'll be the free pass number 7 here for Northern Cass. There was back-to-back hit batters in the second, and then another one on top of that in the third. That's the 4th hit batter, as we're going to have a courtesy runner. Looks to be like Anderson again, and it is. So we have 4 hit batters today and 3 walks from the pitching of the Ball Stars. As Sam Clement will come on. Quick pick, not in time. Tie back safely as Anderson. In baseball, they've always said, Jake, walks will haunt you, and so far that has been the definition of this game.
That has been the definition of this game. And one thing to be cognizant of here, if you're the Ball Stars, is Anderson there on first base. Creating a little bit of havoc on the base pass last time he was on.
And Henderson's going to go steal second right on cue, and there it is. Anderson, no problem about that. A number of stolen bases so far today here for Northern Cass. 2 by Huzar, 1 there by Hill. And so for Northern Cass now with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, as it's currently a 1-0 count on the way to Sam. This one will miss, now 2-0 for Clement, the sophomore left fielder. Then it goes to Mr. Metzger after that, who drew a walk his last time up in the second. Hunter Dunn so far has gone an inning in relief, and the pitch. This one's going to be hit in the air to short right field. Aker will come on. Sam Johnson rounding Anderson to third. Here comes Aker's throw over the relay man, and that's going to score a run and then allow Clement to go to second base. He's on his high horse to third base now. It's an RBI single, and then via the air will allow him to go from first to third, and it's 4-0 Northern Cass. So Anderson comes in to score. Clement with the single RBI, then via the throwing error will take 2 bases here, and it's a new score at 4-0 Jags.
Good piece of hitting there by Clement, and the old adage, speed kills right there, and you saw it on display. Anderson going second to home and caused a pass ball there at the plate, and it allowed Clemens to advance to third base.
This will be a slow grounder. Is that a fair ball? It's going to be a fair ball. Do they apply the tag? No. How about that? First pitch swinging for Metzger, and they went up the third base line. Looked like it was going to be foul as Fredrickson and then Dunn almost collided with one another, and then they picked up the ball that Fredrickson threw it to Peterson, threw him off the line a little bit, and not able to apply the tag. What an interesting play. The runner will stay at third base here with Clement.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of a crazy spin Metzger put on that ball right there. It actually was foul and then rolled fair.
So runners at the corners, first pitch here blocked. The runner Metzger will go from first to second, though, after that one was smothered in the dirt. So if you're Northern Cass now, you finally got your first hit of the game with that RBI single with Clement. Now you're back with runners in second and third, and another base knock could score 2. This one is going to be hit on the ground, a slow roller to Remp, and that'll go 4-3. on the put-up. But for Northern Cass, they do score 1 run. They do leave 2 aboard. There were a couple errors on that particular half inning for the Ball Stars as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning here with a new score, 4-0 Jaguars.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year.
On the top of the 4th inning, Northern Cass with an RBI single with Clement. It could have been much worse, quite frankly, with runners at a 2nd and 3rd after grounding out was OC. Northern Cass next time up in the 4th will send the top of the order. Here for the Ball Stars, looking to figure out the puzzle that is Metzger. After a leadoff single by Baldwin, he's retired 6 in a row and 5 in a row via the strikeout, as Hunter Dunn will come in and he'll take a strike. 5 consecutive strikeouts here for Metzger, trying to pull a Hoyme from what we saw yesterday. 13 Ks, 5 on 15 batters. This would be up the line, and that'll be a foul ball for 0-2. At one point yesterday, the Ball Stars against Hoyme finished the game with 10 consecutive strikeouts. So Hoyme was really in a rhythm, and Metzger trying to add to that here in this contest. Breaking ball just out of the zone, now 1-2.
Good breaking there. Good breaking ball there by Metzger. Just missed a little bit out on the outside.
Matthew Metzger here, 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. So Dunn, Aker, and Baldwin here, the 8, 9, and 1 batters due up for the Ball Stars in game number 2 of this Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. The 2-2 pitch. This one is to be hit high in the air. That's playable to center. Westland comes in and calls everybody off, and that'll be a flyout, F8 on the scoring column. So it's not a base knock, but it's a ball in play at least here, and something maybe the Ball Stars can try to take a little bit of momentum of moving forward here. It's Channing Aker, who is the man back on the 10 a.m. game yesterday against Enderlin with the grand slam home run, batting in the 9th spot, steps up and he takes a ball. The sophomore right fielder here going up against Metzger. Metzger 2 1/3 innings so far, and again just 1 base runner with Baldwin. The leadoff man, good healthy cut there by Aker, now 1-1. Northern Cass 3-2 on the season overall. The Ball Stars sit at 1-1. This one swung on and missed, and Metzger coming right at Aker right now with a couple of fastballs.
Oh, he's got the stuff to do it.
1-2 pitch. We'll see if he goes up in the zone with the fastball or maybe throws out the curve here. This one will be another strike and make it strikeout number 6 here for Metzger, the first time through the lineup.
And Metzger thought there was 2 outs as he ran off the mound, and he looked around like, hey, where's everybody going? Why is everybody still in the field?
Metzger said, hey, I threw such a good pitch that should be 2 outs instead of 1. Well, Metzger, yeah, he was already in the foul territory there, Jake.
Instead of 2 for flinching, it's 2 for looking, I guess, in Metzger's world.
That'll be a strike here for Adam Baldwin. You can't blame the man. Hey, I threw a really good pitch. Let's get out of here. Let's get the bats back up in the 4th. This one will be fouled. As we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And foul back. It'll be no balls, 2 strikes. Northern Cass and the Ball Stars here on yourliveevent.com. 0-2 pitch on the way to Baldwin. That'll be missing low, but good location here for Metzger. When he's missed, Jake, it hasn't really been missed, badly. It's been awfully close in the zone. 1-2. This one will make the batter dance a little bit here. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baldwin worked the count to 2-2 his first time up. Then was able to steal second. Payoff pitch on the way here for Metzger. Swung on and missed, and Metzger gets another strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning, 7th of the contest. 3 up, 3 down, and 3 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. We go to the top of the 4th inning with the top of the order for the Jags on your live event.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Top of the 4th inning here in Enderlin from Hendrickson Field. Day number 2 of the 2023 Enderlin Baseball Jamboree here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Also, the crew here in Enderlin that has helped out get the field ready, from their coaching staff and head coach Kevin Brotland to activities director Calvin Kraft. It's been fun. A good day yesterday with the amount of games, and so far today, Jake, I think the name of the game has been through 10 innings of baseball. Pitching has won the day. We haven't seen the hits like we saw yesterday, where we saw some home runs, a little bit warmer, wind blowing out to right center field. It's blowing more towards left here today, but so far it's been the pitchers who have really controlled the outcome from both Game 1 and Game 2 more so than the batters.
Yeah, Chase, and usually what they say is good pitching always beats good hitting, and we've seen some pretty good pitching here on display so far today.
Carter Westland will come on here against Dunn. That'll be missing for a ball. Carter 0 for 1 today with a hit by pitch. Yeah, talked to the Bomba squad about really good hitting and not so much pitching for Minnesota Twins fans. You and I are Twins fans, so we can say it. I mean, break the record for most home runs in a season, but unable to get past the first round of the playoffs, as that'll be 1-3 on the putout there after the grounder by Westland. So Hoyland 0 for 1 with a walk in the second. Good job by Dunn getting the leadoff batter out. Northern Cass did that in the first, and in the second, Trey Huzar got aboard with a leadoff walk. Huzar was out with a leadoff batter in the third, so something the Ball Stars have done well today. Huzar first pitch up the first base line for Hoyland will be foul, now 0-1. Larson in left field with Steenblock in center. Anchor again in right with Peterson at first. Remp at second. Baldwin at short. Frederickson at third, playing even with the bag, and Stenson behind the plate. Here's the 0-1. Missing out of the zone, now 1-1. Ball Stars, after this contest, will have a game with the Squirrels of Central Cass at 5 o'clock here later today. Northern Cass, well, they will be all done here in Enderlin for this weekend. This one going to be swung on and missed, now 1-2. Oak Grove came and played 2 games yesterday. They're not playing today, and the Grovers lost 2 heartbreaks by 1 run apiece, 5-4 against Oaks and 4-3 against Northern Cass. Strike 3 looking, and Hoyland is retired here for out number 2. So Dunn now is able to get his second strikeout. He has given up a walk in relief, also with a couple of hits and a run scored against him. And right now that it's going to be out number 2 here on our Bank North scoreboard. This is going to be fouled back to Keegan Neva. Neva 0 for 2 so far this morning. And then you take a look at his game against Kindred Richland. Able to earn a walk, a double. Went 1 of 2 in that contest with a run scored. 0-1, and Hunter Dunn finding a little rhythm right now here in this 4th inning. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. The Ball Stars will send 2, 3, 4 batters to the plate against Metzger in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way to Neva. This one is going to be smashed high, deep to center field, way back to the warning track, and that ball is going to be off the wall. Neva will go from first to second, and that ball almost looked like it was going to get over the top of the yellow here, straightaway center, and it just missed a homer by about a foot. He had to see if the center fielder Steenblock was going to play it or not. He does, and Neva with a 2-out double.
Yeah, Chase, that was a hard hit ball there by Neva, but I also wonder if the wind had knocked that ball down a little bit. We talked about it earlier in this game. It's blowing in from right field. Had to imagine that without that wind, that's a four-bagger there for Neva.
Yeah, Neva right off the chute, it sounded good, and then he just was wondering, did it have enough oomph to get there? It did. Just missed a home run by about a foot for Neva, but now in scoring position here for Trey Huszar, who takes the ball. Trey so far today 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored back in the second inning. It's a 4-0 lead for Northern Cache, trying to add to it here in the top of the fourth with the middle part of the lineup. Dunn misses outside for a ball, now 2-0. 3 batters in the first, 9 in the second, and then they sent 6 batters to the plate in the third here against the Ball Stars pitching. Dunn looks Neva back at second. The 2-0 pitch is going to be smashed right to the second baseman off his glove of Remp. Remp tries to come back with it, stays with it, and that'll be not in time. So good job by Remp. He kind of had to move over. The ball went right through and into his glove and out. And then climbing aboard will be Huszar.
Well, nothing more there. At least saves the run from scoring. If that gets into the outfield there, had to imagine Neva scores.
And did a really good job there. Ball went right to his glove, but that was a hot smash by Huszar as it bounces off his glove. So runners will be at the corners here for Carter Wadeson. That'll be a breaking ball in for a strike, and going to second base here on the stolen base will be Trey Huszar, trying to see if they run that same little run play as they did earlier, but the catcher goes, this time let's throw it down to the third baseman, see if we can get Neva napping, but now you have runners in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike here for Hunter Dunn, who looks back in, and the Ball Stars looking for an out. The Jags looking for a base knock. That'll be out of the zone in 1-1. Jackson Hill is due up next. So after retiring Westland and Hoyland in quick order here in the fourth, back-to-back runners have able to get aboard with Neva and Huszar. Here's the 1-1. That one will miss low, now 2-1 with Hunter Dunn. Still to come after this game, scheduled for a 1 o'clock start, Enderlin and Kindred Richland. It'll be game number 3 of 6 here today. Earlier, Kindred Richland defeated Northern Cass 5-2. Breaking ball, that'll miss, now 3-1, awfully close on that one with Dunn. Bank North scoreboard, go to ibanknorth.com for more information. Member FDIC and proud supporter of their communities. And just like most things in life, now you can take them wherever you want to go with their mobile app. Go to ibanknorth.com. 4-0 here for Northern Cass after the breaking ball by Carter Wadeson. Makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Neva at third, Huszar at second. Hunter Dunn looks in, and the payoff pitch. This one's going to be hit high in the air to left field. The left fielder, Larson, this one's going to be off the wall, and it'll be on top of the snow. Coming across the way will be a bases clearing double for Northern Cass as they now lead it 6-0 here on our Bank North scoreboard. And just another shot that just missed being a home run here for the Jags in the last couple of batters.
Yeah, good hit right there by Wadeson. Almost, like you said, almost a home run there. Hit it to the maybe a couple feet over to the left right there. He might have actually found the lower part of the fence there in left center field, but as you get more closer to center field, that fence gets higher and higher. So,
and it just got, again, maybe 5 feet to left. We could be talking about a round tripper. Instead, it's a bases clearing double. Northern Cass able to add to it so far with 2 more runs now in the fourth, all on the 2-out variety. Neva with a double to center. Trey Huszar able to get on after he hit a frozen rope to Remp at second base, and then a bases clearing double here for Wadeson. This one is going to be foul back. It'll be 1-1 to Jackson Hill. Hill is able to get aboard twice, and he's been courtesy run for both times by Anderson. Hill has been hit by a pitch in the second and in the third. 1-1 on the way here for Mr. Hunter Dunn. This is going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman, Fredrickson. Fredrickson goes across the diamond, and that's going to be in time for the out, 5-3 to retire the side. 2 runs come across on our Bank North scoreboard for Northern Cass as they now lead it by a new score, 6-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Enderlin Insurance Agency welcomes all the players, coaches, and fans to the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. At Enderlin Insurance Agency, they're here to help you protect what you've worked hard to earn. Whether it's your home, vehicle, business, or a combination of all these, they have you covered. Enderlin Insurance Agency is committed to a high standard of excellence in all that they do and to establish a firm relationship of mutual trust and service with each of their clients. Give Deb, Luba, or Adam a call today at 437-2444. The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Ball game just about an hour old here in Enderlin between Northern Cass and the Hankinson-Fairmount-Campbell Tintah-Lidgerwood-Rosholt Ball Stars here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Chase Miller. He's Jake Wachroba. Thanks to Joey Hughes. And we got the Reggie Funk yesterday on the airwaves as well. Again, it takes a village sometimes to bring you 12 games here on YourLiveEvent.com. But the nice thing is, as we said earlier, Jake, this morning once we got on at 9 o'clock, just nice to be out on a ball diamond calling, sports in some capacity. And I know sometimes you got to bundle up in certain situations, but at least it has the inkling of summer is around the corner.
It feels like it. Now you look out in the outfield down the third baseline, you maybe not the greatest sights there with the mounds of snow, but yeah, you get the boys of summer out in the diamond. It definitely feels like at least spring is here, if not summer is just around the corner. So it's always great to be at the ball yard.
As Metzger on for his fourth inning of work, Jarrett Fredrickson with a line drive out his last time up. That was to OC. Now 0-1 as Metzger has struck out 7 Ball Star batters. And the pitch. This one, breaking ball outer part of the plate, now 0-2. 2 strikeouts in the first, struck out the side in the second, and 2 back-to-back in the third. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one is popped up. Might it be playable here for the Jags? And a nice catch on the way here. On the way for Hill behind the plate. Contorted his body as he did get rid of the face mask, kind of look up to see where the ball is, and stayed with it a little bit on this windy condition.
Yeah, great pitching there by Metzger. Good sequence. They're going fastball, and that breaking ball down and away. Nasty breaking ball. So nasty only a mother could love.
Larson 0 for 1 today against Metzger. And the pitch. Swung on. Now it'll be 0-1. Yeah, Metzger's got some stuff here. Northern Cass, with what we've seen today with Metzger, what we saw yesterday with Neva, OC, they got pitching to keep you through a tournament. That's the name of the game. You don't want to play from behind in a tournament. You lose. Then all of a sudden you need to win a game to where you would have been before. So, the arms start going, the number of pitches that you have. You lose that first game in a baseball tournament in Double Elim, Jake. It's a long road to hoe.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a bunt trying to do something different. Metzger, one hop. Clean fire, and that one will be across, and that'll get the Ball Stars their first base runner since the first inning on, and getting to second base here will be Larson. So a tough play there. That's going to be an error on Metzger as it threw Huzar just enough off the first base side. So that'll be an E1 as good job by Larson. Something that we haven't said too much of, again, is putting the ball in play for the Ball Stars, Jake. And, yeah, maybe it wasn't the greatest bunt, but you forced Metzger to field his position. Metzger did a good job of fielding the play, but as he threw it to first, just threw it a little bit up the home plate line, then the outfield line there, and allowed the runner Larson to get to second base.
Yeah, maybe rushed a little bit there by Metzger. And one thing we'll have to keep a close eye on here now is we haven't seen Metzger pitch out of the stretch yet today, I don't believe. So this will be the first time we get to see that. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles that versus pitching out of the windup.
Stenson, this one will be missed. Here's the throw coming around third. Well, coming to score now is going to be Larson, unless Clement can throw a rope, and that'll be an error. So stolen base with Larson, and then a throwing error here by the catcher allows the run to come in. It's now 6-1, so the Ball Stars putting some pressure on. We haven't said that much today in terms of applying pressure because they haven't really had anybody on since the first inning, and that will be the first run of the contest here for the Ball Stars on our Bank North scoreboard. So pair of errors now comes back and haunts Northern Cass. This one's going to be hit high in the air. Westland, the center fielder, will call everybody off, and it'll be a fly out. So F8, that run is going to be unearned again against Metzger. Now 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So for Northern Cass now, if they can get Steenblock out, score 5 runs in the 5th, and put a goose egg up in the bottom of the 5th, we'd be talking about a mercy rule. If that doesn't happen, we would play the 6th and potentially the 7th right now. Again, mercy rule 10 or more after 4.5 or 5, depending on the home and visiting team. 0-1 pitch will miss for a ball. Now 1-1. But hey, got to give a lot of credit to the Ball Stars, Jake. Sometimes when you're trailing in a game, you don't want to move runners around because they're a valuable commodity. But a guy like Metzger, I think it is more, hey, we have to take a chance or two and move some guys around because we don't know how many guys will get on the base pass for the remainder of the game.
Sometimes you have to create your own opportunities. Sometimes they're not given to you. Sometimes you gotta create them out of nothing, and that's, in that situation there with that run score for the Ball Stars. Obviously, they were able to get on by air.
2-2, and there's a strikeout and punch out number 8, and now Metzger has struck out a Ball Star in every inning. There was 1 run off of no hits, a pair of errors, and nobody left on base. We played 4 complete here in Enderlin. It's 6-1 Northern Cass on our Bank North scoreboard.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shield Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, it's going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Niall with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Top of the 5th inning we go here on our Bank North scoreboard. It's 6-1 Northern Cass over the Ball Stars. We'll have an abbreviated, as we've done throughout this Enderlin Baseball Jamboree, an abbreviated post-game show. I'm going to be curious who our Enbridge Energy player of the game is. We've done a lot of pitchers, and I think the reason why is, well, when you get a pitching performance like Metzger, it's easy to kind of see that particular reason here for squads like Northern Cass. Here today, we'll also get to our RDK Enterprise feature precision play the contest, and we'll see if what particular play that'll be and more all coming up here on our post-game show. But right now, for Dunn, he'll come back on for another inning of work here. He's gone 2 1/3 innings here for the Ball Stars. A couple of hits against him, 4 to be precise, and 3 runs against him, 2 strikeouts and a walk as he works behind to Sam Clement. This one going to be hit on the ground, and that'll be a couple of hopper to Fredrickson across the diamond, and that's not going to be in time, and then that's going to be an error, allowing the runner going from Clement there first to second. So he will take second base. Sam was hustling down the line, and now he's going to third base, and he's going to be in there safely. So they didn't get the ball banking quick enough here as Clement rounded second, kind of put on the brakes a little bit, then looked at his coach and said, all right, I am going to get into third base here as he goes all the way from first to third, Jake. And right now, the Coach Larson going to come on and make sure that Peterson looks all right from first, as he just might have got hit on the right-hand side. So they'll just take a quick break and see if he's all right, number 1. Looks to be okay, and now the Jags will have a runner at third base.
Yeah, he looks to be favoring that right rib cage there. Not sure if he ran into the runner there or what happened. I thought initially he maybe came down weird on an ankle.
So the air will allow the runner to go from first to third as the Canadian Pacific Railway makes its way now to the center field Hendrickson wall. And the pitch, looking to suicide squeeze. This one popped up in the air, and this one will be a bunt and foul with Metzger. We've seen yesterday from Northern Cass the suicide squeeze. We also saw a little bit of the safety squeeze, just to see what the defense will allow you to do here. Northern Cass with a pitcher warming up down the left field line. That looks to be Trey Hussar up the left field line. This one going to be foul. Now 0-2, so we'll see if Metzger's day is done or if Hussar will come out again. It's a region contest, but Northern Cass has a region game with the Kindred Richland Vikings coming up on May the 2nd. Then they'll play the Oak Grove Grovers on May the 4th. So if you can maybe save Metzger for a inning in relief or something, that will be awfully big, as Metzger is going to strike out looking here. Now 1 for 2 on the day. Hunter Dunn will pick up his third strikeout of the contest as Jacob Ossie, the number 9 batter. And we've seen the suicide squeeze yesterday against Central Cass. We'll see what the play is on here for Coach Sam Johnson. 9 batter, punt the ball in play, and Clement comes in to score.
And if you're Northern Cass, if you're head coach Sam Johnson, you're happy to get that run back that you gave up in the bottom of the 4th inning too.
Carter Westland, so far today 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in the 2nd. This one will run out of the zone now 1-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Ball Stars to the plate. As you have the 1-0 pitch. This one going to be fouled back now 1-1. Hunter Dunn's did a good job, though, in relief. Getting out of that situation again back in the 2nd with bases loaded. They only gave up 3 runs total. Able to minimize the damage here in relief for the Ball Stars. This is going to be hit on the ground, and a C&I single on the way here for Westland as he climbs aboard with a 2-out single. So you're going to have Chris Hoyland now coming up to the plate here for the Jags. The Jags trying to keep the line moving here with the freshman third baseman who's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, looking his last time up and a walk in the 2nd. Taking his lead off of first is Westland, as stepping off the rubber again will be done. Stenson behind the plate here for the Ball Stars. Into the afternoon portion of our day. We'll have it morning, noon, and night for you here. Sounds like the Truman Show. This one will be into the back, and that's going to be a stolen base standing up easily for Westland as this one goes all the way to the backstop. And he was going off the pitch, and now will be in scoring position. So Hoyland will take a strike here at 0-1. So the runner at 2nd again is Westland as he takes his secondary lead and the pitch. This one will miss on the zone. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Still to come after the conclusion of this game, a pair of Enderlin Eagle contests as they will play Kindred Richland next, scheduled for 1 o'clock, then the Oaks Tornadoes at 3. 1-1 offering. This one going to be swung on, now 1-2. And then a pair of Central Cass games to close it off as the Squirrels go up against the Ball Stars at 5 and Oaks at 7 o'clock to put a bow on the 2023 Enderlin Jamboree. And the pitch. This will miss out of the zone, now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at 2nd base here, top of the 5th. That runner at 2nd again is Carter Westland. A single with a stolen base. As Dunn looks back, the runner and the pitch. Hit on the ground. This one going to be a C&I single as well. Rounding third is going to be Westland. He's coming in. Here's the throw. Not going to be in time. The runner will go from first to 2nd now after the air. Hoyland going to stop there at 2nd base. So it'll be an RBI single. And then he gets to 2nd after the throwing error as well. Westland comes in to score. Hoyland will go into scoring position. It's now 8-1 Northern Cass.
2 outs. Runner on 2nd. Now batting number 2, Keegan Neva.
And now that run is looking awfully large by the Ball Stars in that bottom of the 4th inning, Jake, because if that's not the case and Neva would have hit a 2-run homer here as an example, we'd be talking about the mercy rule, but instead they need 3 runs here for Northern Cass. 3 more runs it is in this top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, like I said, like you perfectly explained there, yeah. Big run there scored by the Ball Stars in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Neva ahead in the count, 1-0 with the runner at second is Hoyland. 1-0 pitch. This is going to be hit, and that's another hit to the right-hand side of the field. Hoyland rounding third. He's coming in, almost lost it, and this one is going to be, is he out? He is. They tag him out there, so that'll go to Aker, to Dunn, who able to relay it to Stenson. Neva gets a base knock, and Hoyland is out at home. That was a close play at home, but that'll retire the side. As for Northern Cass, they're able to score 2 runs in the inning and take the advantage, now up by 7. It's their largest lead on our Bank North scoreboard.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime value such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the IRE Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let IRE Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to ireinsurance.com.
Matthew Metzger's day is complete here on the mound. He goes 4 innings, 1 hit against him, a run, and also 8 strikeouts with no walks. And there's a myriad of changes right now that we're going to have. So Trey Hussar goes from first base to pitcher. Metzger will go from pitcher to center field. The center fielder, Westland, will go from center to left. Clement will go from left to the third base. Hoyland will go from third base to shortstop, and Neva will go from shortstop to first base. Did you get that, Jake?
Yeah, clear as mud.
Clear as mud on that one. A number of changes. The only players to stay put is Hill, OC, and Waitson. Otherwise, everybody else is in a different position here for Northern Cass. I guess that would have been a simpler way to explain it
Rest
that
in
way.
peace if you're keeping score at home. Rest in peace to your scorebooks.
So, again, Hussar goes to pitcher. The pitcher, Metzger, goes to center. Metzger will have Westland, the center fielder, go to left. Clement, the left fielder, will go play third. Hoyland playing third will play short, and Neva playing short now will play first. So that's the scoring here, as you have Travis Peterson stepping up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Trey Hussar, the lefty, to come on here, and will pitch a first pitch strike. So Northern Cass, 3 runs in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the 5th. This will miss for a ball, now 1-1.
One thing to pay attention to here with Hussar on the mound, he's a lefty. Let's see how the Ball Stars can handle a left-handed pitcher.
After going against the righty here with Metzger, they're probably just glad that Metzger's not on the mound anymore after the way that he was wheeling and dealing at one particular time, struck out 5 consecutive and 7 of 8 Ball Stars from the first through the 3rd inning. The pitch, 1-2, I'll miss. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Wind has changed directions here too, Chase.
Trying to blow a little bit more in at least here into the press box. We don't like that here selfishly. 2-2 pitch, strike 3 looking, and Huszar, well, just like Metzger, gets things going via the punch out here. And the strike 3 looking, that's the 9th recorded strikeout of a Ball-Star batter here this afternoon.
Yeah, the Northern Cass pitching staff has been on point today. Anderson, the freshman, I know the result didn't really reflect it as such, but I thought he pitched a pretty good ball game to open our slate of games today. And then you have Metzger and now Huszar. They look like they're stacked.
As you have Kellen Remp stepping to the plate, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Huszar falls behind the count. This one will miss for a ball as well. Now 2-0. So the Ball Stars down by 7. Here trying to cut into that deficit in the bottom of the 5th. This one in there. And again, we have 1 out. That'll be 2-1 now on the count to Remp with Hunter Dunn due up next. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one will miss low for a ball now at 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike here with Remp. As Huszar will look in for the 3-1 offering and the pitch. This one going to be fouled, and we'll have it at 3-2. Contest has started at 10:56 as we're nearing about 80 minutes here in this contest in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 pitchers were in the zone right off the bat with Steenblock and Metzger. Then Steenblock was chasing the second. Strike 3 looking, and back-to-back strikeouts. And this one will come across here for Hill to Neva as he was unable to finish it off there to complete the play, at least from just the traditional strikeout. Hill does a good job. Good hustle by Wren up the first base line to force the throw by Hill. But it's 2 down now and 3 consecutive strikeouts and back-to-back on the mound for Huszar particularly coming on here, Jake.
And that was a good recovery there by Huszar. Got down in that count, I believe, 3-0, and was able to battle back and get the drop third strike call there.
Hunter Dunn, the sophomore, falls behind the count now 0-1. And the pitch. This one will be in there for a strike at 0-2.
Good pitch right there by Huszar, working that fastball inside, was able to get Hunter Dunn to back up a little bit.
Strike 3, and Huszar able to strike out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The Jags have struck out 11 Ball Stars here today as we go to the top of the 6th inning on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year. Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
So some defensive changes here for the Ball Stars right now, as Aker will stay again in right field. Larson will take center field. So Larson in center. Froelich is going to be in left, as Baldwin right now will stay at second. Baldwin will stay at short, and Steenblock will go to second. So Steenblock goes from center fielder to second. Remp is out of the game right now. Froelich goes to left for Larson, and Larson goes from left to center. Trey Hussar, now the pitcher, takes for a ball, now 1-0. And this one will come in. Did it hit him? Looks like it hit him on the backside. It did. Trey Hussar with a walk, reached on an error, and now has reached on the hit by batter. And so for Trey Hussar right now, he'll have a leadoff batter. As for Carter Waitson, is 1 for 2 today with a double his last time up in the 4th inning. Northern Cass, again, they will need 3 runs here in the top of the 6th, then put a goose egg up to try to finish it off in 6. The bottom of the 6th inning. There's the quick pitch by Dunn, or the quick pick opportunity, not in time. And we'll have an 8-1 contest again, as you have Carter Waitson at the plate. Taking his lead off of first is Hussar. We saw him with a couple of stolen bases, and he wants another one. Here's the throw to second, and Hussar able to come in with the stolen base. So for Metzger, again, 4 innings of work, and Hussar comes on with inning in relief and gets a couple of strikeouts. Strikeouts aside, now he earns another stolen base, Jake. He's just done a little bit of everything here.
Well, he had to get on base the hard way. He had to wear one. So
here's the pitch. This one going to be, was it foul back? Nope, not a foul back, as this one will go back to the backstop. A pass ball on the way here, so Trey, and I think you can argue, depending on how you look at it here, Jake, that he could be a player of the game contest. You know, he's got 3 stolen bases, able to get 2 runs, able to come in, and with 3 strikeouts. Obviously, Metzger, 4 innings with 8 Ks. You know, he's obviously in the clubhouse as well, but, you know, Trey Hussar's had a really nice game.
And he's got a chance to add to that, I don't know if you want to call it a resume for the game. I mean, he might be scoring here shortly, and who knows, he might be on the pitch to the bottom of the 6th inning to potentially add a few more strikeouts to his total for today.
I will continue and like the resume stat right there that you're motioning out. Here's the pitch. And this one, well, wearing another one will be Waitson. His 2nd time he's been hit by a pitch. That'll be the 6th hit by batter here for Northern Cass against the Ball Stars. They've walked 9 free passes. So Jackson Hill will step up with runners at the corner. So there's the run to get up by 10 now. Comes up to the plate. Can Northern Cass do that here and then get 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 6th? That's what the Jags will be looking for here. For the Ball Stars, try to minimize the damage as much as you have, even though time's not on your side right now. It just this inning and the next inning left for baseball. This one going to be foul tip now, 0-1 to Hill. Hill hit by a pitch twice. Anderson came on for a courtesy run to score twice for him. Currently 0 for 1 from the plate. Runners at the corners. Hussar again at third base. Runner at first is Waitson. And the pitch from Dunn. Strike. Outer part of the plate now, 0-2.
Waitson takes second base there as well.
And good-looking eye there by Waitson, as you mentioned, Jake. So stolen base, so runners now in scoring position. This one going to one-hop off the catcher and come all the way back on the ricochet to Dunn, and then there's the throw that's going to be airmailed. The 1 run comes in. Here's a 2nd run coming in, and that'll clear the bases off the wild pitch in the air. So Trey Hussar comes in to score. Waitson goes from first to second, awfully big on that stolen base the pitch before. So that'll be a wild pitch, followed by an air 1. That'll allow Northern Cass to make it a 10-1 advantage.
Northern Cass has been super aggressive on the base pass so far today. Like you said, Hussar's got 3 stolen bases to his name.
And now the pitch on the way to Hill. This one will be out of the zone and make the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think Parker Anderson's got a couple stolen bases to his name as well today, as when he's appeared as the courtesy runner.
He does, and if Hill gets on, we'll more than likely see Anderson come back on one more time here for the senior catcher. And the 2-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air, deep to left field, to the warning track. Look out, that ball is gone to left center field. Just over the wall for Jackson Hill with a solo homer, and the Jags lead it now 11-1.
What a shot right there by Jackson Hill, hitting it to the big part of the field there over the high fence in center field. Might have hit the old Canadian Pacific, actually.
That was close, possibly hitting the rail yard here, or the train tracks, no doubt about it. Went right over it, and that sounded good. And that was our first home run here of the day, Jake.
It's exciting. I don't think I saw one at all last year when I was down here.
Able to see one hit to left center field. Neva just missed one to straightaway center earlier in this game. So you have the third run across here. 3 up, 3 on, and 3 in here for Northern Cass. And this will miss out of the zone to Sam Clement. So Clement with 2 singles today, 2 for 3. He does have a run scored back in the 5th and able to get an RBI single as well in the 3rd inning. And the pitch, this is hit high in the air to left field. Froelich will come in and see that one drop in front of him. It's an R, and it's a single on the way here for the Jags. So for Northern Cass, able to get their second hit of the inning. They've had 2 free passes, and now kind of looking to put a bigger, crooked number up here. There's still nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pick. Not going to be in time.
You know, Chase, one thing about that Jackson Hill home run as well, like we've talked about it a few times today, the wind's blowing in, so he really connected on that one to get it over the center field wall.
Able to, again, just barreled it up on that one here for Hill. Swung on and missed for Metzger. Now 0-1. Metzger with a walk in the 2nd. Able to earn a single back in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 5th. And, oh, by the way, he's on the hook for the win. 4 innings of 1-hit, 1-run baseball and 8 strikeouts. That run was unearned as well. Now 0-2.
Looks like the 12:24 train is right on time, Chase.
Trey Hussar and Metzger right now, 2 of the guys that we more than likely will be talking with a little bit later on here in our post-game show. This one is a hot smash past the first baseman down the right field line. Where can Clement run? He's going on his way to third base. Sam Johnson's going to hold him up there, and it'll be a double on the way for Northern Cass. So Clement goes first to third. Metzger with the double. And now he's on for the 3rd time today.
And there's Metzger's response to your RDK Enterprise player of the game there, Chase. He says, oh, he's
as we'll have a pinch hitter for Northern Cass. Jaden Still here will come on and hit. So Steele will come on here. This one swung on and missed. Now 0-1. Steele will have runners at 2nd and 3rd base here with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. Now 0-2. Then it goes back to the top of the lineup here with Carter Westland. So because it's the top of the 6th inning, if this was the bottom of the 6th, the game would already be over with the 10-run rule. And the pitch. Strike 3, and that'll be out number 1 here with Steele striking out. Hunter Dunn earns his 4th strikeout, and now it'll be Carter Westland. Batter number 7 here to the plate for Northern Cass. The Jags have scored in every inning here of this game except the 1st. It was 0-0 after 1 inning. And put 3 up, 1, 2, 2, and they've added to it here. Swung on and miss here for Westland. Reached base twice today. Single his last time up with a stolen base and a run scored as we hear the rumblings of the Canadian Pacific across the way. This one will miss for a ball, now 1-1. The Ball Stars will have their 9-1 and 2 batters due up in the bottom of the 6th, and right now they will need to score a run to at least get it to the 7th. This one's being hit high in the air. This to right center field. Aker is there. It's a sacrifice fly opportunity as Clement will come in with the sacrifice fly, and now the Jags lead it by 11. So Westland with the sacrifice fly. Coming into score is going to be Sam Clement, and now it's a 12-1 contest with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. So Westland did a good job there, just getting the run to come across. Add a little bit more to the score right now on our Bank North scoreboard. As Chris Hoyland, the freshman shortstop, will come on here. Was thrown out at home back in the 5th inning, which is also large in terms of that play with where we're at right now with that 10-run rule variety. This one in there for a strike at 0-1. Keegan Neva is due up next if Hoyland can get on base. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Hoyland. And the 1-1. Foul tipped and off of Chris Larson, our home plate umpire, now 1-2. Up next, the Enderlin Eagles will play back-to-back games. First up, date with Kinder Richland and a game with the Oaks Tornadoes. That scheduled for 3 o'clock here this afternoon. The pitch, I don't miss outside, now 2-2. Game just over 90 minutes old here from Hendrickson Park. Winning pitcher of record right now is Metzger for the Jags, and more than likely we'll see Trey Huzar try to finish it off in the bottom of the 6th. Strike 3 looking to retire this side. But for Northern Cass, they add 4 runs and a solo blast by Jackson Hill to left center field. The new score on our Bank North scoreboard. The Jags up by 11.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Bottom of the 6th inning, the Ball Stars are down to their final 3 outs of this game with Trey Huzar taking the mound here for Northern Cass. The 9, 1, and 2 batters with Aker, Baldwin, and Fredrickson due up next here for the Ball Stars. So the Ball Stars will need 2 runs. If they're unable to get 2 runs, this ball game will be over in 6 innings. We did have 2 5-inning games yesterday here in Enderlin. Northern Cass looking to get to 4-2 on the season. With this result, the Ball Stars would drop then to 1-2. As Huzar going for 2 innings of work here. He struck out the side, 2 via strikeout looking. And for the Ball Stars, it's 4 consecutive that have been punched out here at home plate. Northern Cass pitching, I think that's the one thing I'm going to take away from these couple of games here that we've seen the Jags. Jake, 4 pitchers to start. Metzger goes 4 innings. This one will be a strike for Huzar. And we've just only seen in these 4 games 5 pitchers for Northern Cass.
Yeah, they look to have a stable of horses. But from my amateur eye of watching a couple games here this morning, Huzar's been impressive. Metzger's been impressive. I thought Parker Anderson as a freshman looked pretty impressive against Kindred. So.
And, well, speaking of impressive, their strikeout consecutive number 5 and the 4th in relief for Trey Huzar. So Huzar and Metzger kind of going toe for toe here. Metzger was able to have 5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings and finish with 8 total. But right now for Trey Huzar, he's got 4 in relief with 4 outs. This one will miss out of the zone, now 1-0.
And here's another thing to consider, too, if you're a Northern Cass fan. Trey Huzar, sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Parker Anderson, sophomore. Metzger, sophomore.
There's going to be some talent moving forward, and now it's just about can you piecemeal everything together and find a way to get to mine it this season here for Northern Cass with a State B baseball and softball tournament, June 1st through the 3rd. This one swung on and missed, now 2-1. Central Cass has been able to make it there. They fall to Renville County and Des Lacs Burlington in the quarterfinals the last 2 years. 2-1 pitch, this one fouled back, now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still to come, we'll get to our post-game show upcoming and our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking, and Huzar gets his 5th consecutive strikeout in relief. The embarrassment of riches continues here for Sam Johnson and Northern Cass. Now it's 13 strikeouts here for the Jakes pitching between Metzger and Huzar. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike now, 0-1. Metzger today again from the plate, able to get 2 hits, a run driven in on 3 batters, or 3 at-bats. Frederickson makes it now 0-2. Trey Huzar was able to score 3 times here today, able to have 3 stolen bases as well. This one will miss. Now 1-2 as Frederickson 0 for 2 today, and the Ball Stars are down to their final strike. Huzar with the 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and that'll retire the side. In relief, Trey Huzar with back-to-back strikeouts to finish the 5th and the 6th via striking out the side to retire this ball game. Contest that finishes at 12:33 goes an hour and 37 minutes. The winning pitcher will be Metzger for the pitcher of record. The losing pitcher, again, will be Steenblock here as we get you set for our post-game show. Northern Cass goes 4-2 on the season now, while the Ball Stars drop to 1-2. The Jaguars pick up the win 12-1 on our Bank North scoreboard. When we return, we'll get to our post-game show here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Enderlin Insurance Agency welcomes all the players, coaches, and fans to the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree. At Enderlin Insurance Agency, they're here to help you protect what you've worked hard to earn. Whether it's your home, vehicle, business, or a combination of all these, they have you covered. Enderlin Insurance Agency is committed to a high standard of excellence in all that they do and to establish a firm relationship of mutual trust and service with each of their clients. Give Deb, Luba, The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings! It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground. It's going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Niall with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game first and foremost. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And we're going to make it a 1-2 combination for our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game with Matthew Metzger and Trey Huzar. They combined for 14 strikeouts here in this one, just 1 hit and 1 run in 6 innings of work between the two. Trey Huzar also with 3 runs scored with 3 stolen bases. Metzger goes 2 for 3 from the plate with a run driven in. Those two are our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. For career opportunities, again, go to Enbridge.com. From there to our RDK Enterprises Feature Precision Play of the Contest. And, well, that's the strikeout variety, again, that we saw in this one. Just able to find the rhythm as Trey Huzar would go 3 up, 3 down via the strike and a strikeout the side again in the 6th. Northern Cass would finish with 7 consecutive strikeouts to finish this contest off. The strikeout is our RDK Enterprises Feature Precision, a play of the contest. And don't strike out this spring. Get ready for the upcoming spring planting season with your planter experts at RDK Enterprises. Have a safe spring in the fields and on the roadways as well. For more information, visit planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. Your planter is ready to go in the field. Go to RDK Enterprises. Take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from our Northern Cass Jaguar after this on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Join us now, part of our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Again, Matthew Metzger with us. And Matthew, you're able to pick up the win, 4 innings of work, 8 strikeouts, just 1 hit against you, and Adam Baldwin single to start the game, 1 run that was unearned, and after that you really got in rhythm. What did you see from yourself in terms of pitches that were working for you, particularly striking out 5 ball stars in the first and the second inning there?
Yeah, it feels pretty good knowing I can throw any pitch, and if they hit in my infield and outfield, they're just going to get it. I could just pull fastballs by them all day, so I just kept doing that. If they hit it, they hit it. My field got me. And
then, Hussar comes on, Trey, to, get 6 consecutive strikeouts, striking out the side in the 5th and the 6th. What did you see from the pitching staff here in Enderlin? You go play 4 games, only 5 pitchers that you're able to use. What did you see from top to bottom as a unit?
I think that the reason our pitchers did so good is because our infield and outfield were just absolutely catching everything and fielding everything they could. Castleton, we had a couple double plays. Oak Grove, we fielded everything. Our third baseman, middle infield, they were just doing everything they could, and that let our pitchers pitch whole games.
Let's talk about the offense here. You're able to almost get a home run by Keegan Neva, then a blast that goes in the 6th inning there with Jackson Hill. When you can see some of your teammates barrel up the ball, what does that do for when you're on the mound as a pitcher?
It feels good knowing that I can pitch whatever I want on the mound and then go back to the dugout and watch my teammates blast the ball wherever they want to.
Final thing for you, Matthew, you got a busy week coming up. You got the Vikings again coming up on Tuesday. You got Fargo, Oak Grove next week. You haven't played a lot of games, but you've been able to get a couple of games here in Enderlin. 4 games this weekend, now 4-2 on the season. What do you want to take from these 4 games in Enderlin moving forward into next week?
I want to know that we can compete with any team that we face and that we can beat them no matter how hard pitchers they throw against us, no matter what the conditions are like. We can beat any team that we go against.
Hey, Matthew, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck on Tuesday in Kindred.
Thank you.
Matthew Metzger with us. We'll continue on our post-game show coming up after this here on your live event.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime value such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Bottom of the 6th inning as the Kindred Richland Vikings and the Enderlin Eagles are coming up here in a moment. Earlier today, a final between Northern Cass and Kindred Richland. Kindred Richland won a non-region contest 5-2, and the Ball Stars pick up a loss here against Northern Cass in 6 innings. Again, the final of 12-1. So that does it for our post-game show. We just heard from Matthew Metzger moments ago. We'll take a break and then join us here in about 15 minutes or so between the Enderlin Eagles and the Kindred Richland Vikings on your liveevent.com from Enderlin.